Okay, so challenge groups. We're going to talk about challenge groups. And the reason why we're going to talk about challenge groups is so your purpose as a coach doesn't get lost in translation with all of the business goals and all of these other things that we're trying to also accomplish. So I'm going to do a little bit of screen sharing with you guys and go over some of the. Hold on one second. Sorry, it drives me freaking crazy. I got to get it on the right view or I'll die. Okay, so I just want to make sure that we have a really solid, confident way for you guys to feel like you have, once you've really mastered the invite process and you've got that down, like you have a confident space to get them results. Because at the end of the day, what we're most motivated by, for most coaches should be most motivated by, is helping people, right? Lifting our lives, lifting other people, and really getting those transformation photos before and after. So when you're new coming into this business, you get a lot of your business goals set for you. You do your getting started right call, you go through the lift off training, you know, have all these daily trackers and all of this stuff, but there's not a lot of what I want to do is create a new goal for you guys. One that's going to speak to your heart and keep you grounded through all of these other things. One that's always going to bring you back to your why, to your purpose, to why you started coaching in the first place, and also bring you back to your own transformation and why that was such a powerful thing in your own life. So I think that our purpose, again, is just helping people. We are here to get people results before and after. So I'm going to help you guys create a way to get those before and after pictures. I want to talk about the few different ways of challenge groups. And I teach this a little bit differently because I do this differently in my own business. I'm very much a results-oriented coach. Like, I don't stop doing challenges just to coach other coaches. I coach my customers. That's my lifeblood. That's my jam. That's what I love. I love getting people results, those before and after photos. So I wanted to give you guys some different ideas on how you can coach people, because I think that, you know, we're taught a lot about challenge groups, but there's a lot of different ways that you can do this. And some of them may speak to you in a different way than just running a challenge group does. So I'm going to go over the different ways that I've seen that you can coach people. I'm going to go over some of the pros and cons of each, and then I'm going to show you what I do. My goal today is really to help you guys create a way to help people once you've found them. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about an accountability group versus a challenge group. So let's talk about challenge groups first. So a challenge group, and this is how I like to structure it. If you guys have a pen and a paper, smart people take notes, this will help you. So challenge groups are a very structured way to coach. Okay, so if you're like OCD, if you're anal, if you like detail, if you like it very rigid, if you like to give people that really hardline structure, challenge groups are awesome because they have start dates, they have finish dates, everybody's doing the same program. There's a very specific thing that you're focused on in that group, right? And everybody's doing the same thing. There's a lot of continuity with challenge groups. So those are some of the pros of doing a challenge group every single month. You can run a new one every single month so it stays fresh. It gets new people coming in the door. It helps you hit Success Club. It's a very effective way to help people get results. The cons that I found when I was running challenge groups was it was a lot of work, like a lot of extra work. People, and it kind of pigeonholed me. I didn't like having to only run a challenge that was based around one program. I also didn't like to run a challenge that started on a specific day and ended on a specific day. I didn't want to have like 5 different groups going at once, right? So sometimes when you do challenge groups, that can be the con. Like, what do I do with people after? What if they didn't finish the program? What if the next challenge that I run has nothing to do with the program that they're doing, right? These are some of the questions that go through your mind when you do challenge groups. So you've usually got to start an accountability group also for all of your challengers who are either still working on their journey or want to keep going but don't want to do your next challenge. So then you're running two groups, right? You've always got your accountability group for the retention of your customers, and then you've got your challenge groups going. That's probably the most typical way that people coach, is that way. They've got accountability group and a challenge group, or one or the other. So again, challenge groups are very structured, okay? That's something that's awesome for new coaches coming into the business, because they need that structure. They need that consistency. They need something to grasp onto that's, concrete. So if that's speaking to you right now, then maybe start expanding on that idea, and we'll talk about it in a second. There's also just running an accountability group, one big group page, right, that you run all your challenges in every single month, that all your customers funnel into, and every month you run a challenge similarly to like a challenge group, but you just do it in your accountability group. So that encompasses all of your existing customers. They can do whatever new challenge you're bringing in and focus on whatever new stuff you're going to put out that month. But you can also add your new customers into it. I personally do only one accountability group. It's the most simple way for me. I like to think of an accountability group as a more fluid way to coach. So the challenge groups are very structured. Your accountability group is a little bit more fluid, right? People can come into it at any point. A challenge isn't starting on any specific day usually. What I love about it is I can literally say, I don't have to put dates on my challenges. And I also don't have to put specific programs on my challenges. I can have a focus for the month. Okay. So just to give you guys an example, I'm going to screen share and just show you, because I do an accountability group. So I'm going to show you what mine look like. So this is, hold on one second. Let me pull up the screen share. 1 second. Let's see if it'll let me. Okay, so this is my body camp. This is my accountability group page. So you have like your banner, just like a challenge group, but I usually have a pinned post at the top of the page, right? And I do a progress check every single Monday, and then people, comment and they post their stuff and whatever, right? The cool thing about this is because it's a concrete page, like nothing in the file section changes, nothing in the albums change. So, I do sort of what Angie does, what she talked about on the call the other week, which is I create little photo albums and I just add content to them. So transformation. So whenever somebody gets a transformation in my group, they're going to be plugged into this. There's recipes and meal ideas that you can just post to give to the people that you coach. There's like personal development, anchor your fitness, little lessons, Shakeology recipes. You can really structure your group page and give them content, which I love. You can also, what I did was I linked it to my website. So when people join my challenges, I say, here's the support group on Facebook, just click to join and they can come in here and join. So even if they haven't bought a program, if they don't have anything going yet, I can look and see new people who are requesting to join. And I know that they're coming from either my Instagram or my website, because that's the only place I post that link, unless I give it to them individually. So what I can do is I can hover over their name, right, and respond to their request. I can follow them back, or I can message them and say, hey, I noticed you asked to be a member of my body camp group, and then I can introduce myself and start the invite process, start forming them, start talking to them, and make a real meaningful connection, right, and really invite them into the group. So what I love about this is the fluidity. I like that spontaneous approach. That's me personally. I like being able to have the flexibility to run a challenge of any kind that I want. I like being able to invite at any point in the month. I don't like, I think sometimes with the challenge groups and even with your accountability groups, when you put dates on your challenge, it pigeonholes you into only being able to invite during that time, because then the rest of the time you're like, well, my challenge is already going, it already started, like I can't invite until the next month. Which no, you've got to create a way, whatever you're doing. So if you're doing challenge groups only, create an accountability group. So you've got something to invite someone to at all times. Again, our goal is to create a way to help people get those results that you're bringing in. It doesn't do us any good to invite people if we don't have a way to get them the results and support them through their journey. So if you're just doing challenge groups, create an accountability group so your overflow can go in there so that you can have a monthly focus in that page, and then you can, really invite to your challenges. And when that challenge starts, you can invite to your accountability group. Okay. Another thing about accountability groups, other than just giving you, it gives you a more fully rounded freedom to just kind of run your business the way that you want to. Some cons with the accountability group is the structure, right? You lose a little bit of that structure. You lose the dates, you lose the specific programs everybody's doing. But so you have to create that structure yourself, which I actually also like. I like being able to create that structure on my own and defining what that structure is. So in my body camp, the way that I create structure is, number one, through a welcome letter, a really strong welcome letter that sets expectations. It's got a video of all my girls' transformations. It's got our purpose, our goal. And my number one goal, and every single customer of mine knows it when they come in, is that before and after photo. I don't ever have to ask for it. If you want me to coach you, that's a requirement. And that's something I want you guys, and one of the whole purpose of this call is to get you in that mode. Okay, your goal is to get people results. They have to give you those progress pictures. And it's not just so that you can blast them on social media and get new customers because of it. It's so that you're actually helping someone change their life. And I'm telling you guys, if you can get the habit of helping your customers feel comfortable posting progress pictures, what it does, and this is so important in their journey, is it keeps their mind up to date with their body. Okay, it keeps their mind changing as their body changes. They can physically see their progress. And a lot of people go through these programs and they get extreme weight loss or awesome results, but they feel like the same person inside. They don't feel like they progressed internally, and that's a problem. Okay, so that kind of helps with both of those things. You can assess sort of their internal progress as well as their physical external progress when you're asking for those progress pictures every day. And just so you guys know, I don't say, what do you weigh today? What do you measure today? This last Monday's progress check, for example, was, I just want to see your face. I don't care where you're at in your journey, just post a picture of you. I just want to see if you're engaged, right? And they posted their pictures and just took a little selfie and posted it up. So it doesn't have to be something formal every single week, but my goal in my body camp and my challenge never changes. Okay, so my welcome letter says the body camp challenge is to get you results before and after. Okay, and at the very end of my letter, it says, please send me your before pictures and before measurements, and I'll plug you into the group. You don't get in unless you send me that stuff. So the requirement isn't to buy a program, right? It's not to buy something from me. It's, I want where you're at, because we're going to face it, and then we're going to deal with it, and then we're going to fix it. That's really what I want you guys to structure, even your challenge groups and your accountability group, whatever you're doing, so that you can really start to get those transformations. As new coaches, this isn't really a goal that's set with your business. So we do, our business starters, we do our team builders, we do Success Club, we do all of these things. And sometimes the transformation and our purpose gets lost in those business goals. So what I want you guys to do today is set a goal to get that first transformation photo. There is nothing more motivating and rewarding to me than that. I started a transformation wall in my office very early on as a coach, because every time I step into my office and I see their faces and I start my workout, all of my excuses leave, right? Whether I'm coaching a coach or I'm coaching a customer or I'm trying to coach myself through something difficult, if I can see all these people that didn't give up, start to finish, right? It powers me through, it grounds me, it keeps me focused on the purpose, okay? And it fuels me forward in business. Does that make sense? So what I want you guys to do is create something like that can ground you in your business, whether it's a transformation book or a little transformation pin board or just having their pictures posted on your desk. Something. I want you guys to make that a goal very early on as coaches, to get your first transformation from one of your customers, because there is nothing more rewarding than that. Not a paycheck, not a rank advancement, nothing. That is gold. So with your accountability group, I like that it's more fluid. Oh, and just so you guys know, this is my latest board. So I like make them in boards and then I like hang them up on my wall in little boards. So this is the latest one that I did. My goal in 2015 was to get 100 transformations. So I'm now getting them all put on the boards and whatever. But it's cool because, again, it's just a visual. It's a visual reminder of why you're doing this. Not just your own dream board and your personal and financial goals, but when you become a coach, you do it to what? Lift other people, to help other people. So that's your visual reminder of that, okay? So those are the two main ways that people coach, okay? Another way that I bring structure to my accountability group, since I don't do timed challenges or specific programs, I like being able to assign whatever program is going to help that individual the most, okay, is the app tracker. So this has tremendously helped with structure in my accountability group, because what I do now is when I run my monthly challenge, I always invite every single customer of mine that's previously been coached by me or done any of my challenges. So what I do is I say, whoever wants to be involved in this month's challenge, right, whether that's, and I'm going to talk about the actual topic of challenges in a second. Then I say, please put your email below and I'll add you to the app tracker this month so that I know who is being involved and who is engaged that month in my existing customers and my new customers. And I'm just going to show you guys this, because if you don't use this yet, it's most likely because you're like me and you're like, I don't want to learn any other tools. This seems way too hard. But I'm just going to walk you through it. So I set up one for every single month. So here's my May. Okay, and I'm just going to click on it so you guys can see what you would see when you're tracking everybody. There's 33 people doing my challenge this month. Okay, this is where you go to invite people. This is the portal tracker for you coaches. This is what you get to see. Here's the group feed. And this shows like everybody and what they're posting. Okay, so everybody, and I don't require them to post pictures. All I want to see is their workout logged. So like Alejandra said, logged workout, lower fix and abs. Like it's nothing crazy. I want them to save like their pictures and their fun content for our accountability group. This is simply just to track their workout and track their shakes so that I know who is working and who isn't. Okay, so it goes through and it shows everybody's stuff. Some people still post pictures. I mean, this news feed, I think I have 287 notifications on it right now. So I'm not going to go through that whole thing. But what's cool about this, you guys, is you can go to the participants portal. Okay, and this shows you, this is so awesome. If you click on Shakeology, it shows you who's logged the most, right, for the month. So you can go in and say, okay, all these people, this person's only logged one, this person's only logged one. So you can literally click on their name, message them and say, hey, you've only logged in one thing this month. Where are you? What's going on? Like you can anally, structurally, like keep track of the people in your group. Like it's very structured. And I love that. You can also look and see like the same thing with their workouts. Who's worked out the most? You guys, this is a killer way to do incentives. Because number one, it gets people active. Number two, it's all logged for you. You don't have to track anything. It's just right here. Whoever does the most Shakeology logs and works out the most this month wins. Okay, if you have a tie, we'll do a raffle. Sometimes I'll do like the top 5 and I'll just do a raffle and then pull it out. And I do a small incentive. Fit books from Target are awesome. They're like personal development for your customers, but they're also like an accountability check. I love them. They're like $12. They're awesome. But this is rad because they can write you notes. They can send you, and just so you guys know, let me look and see if I can pull up somebody's profile. I'm going to pull up Helen's because I know she wouldn't mind me sharing. They post a picture of themselves. They can post like their before and after photos. She hasn't yet. They post what program they're doing. Like you literally can track everything. It's awesome. So here's the third way that you guys can coach people. If you are time sensitive, sorry, my chair is bugging me. If you're time sensitive, okay, and you don't have a lot of time to go on Facebook or you work and you can't get on social media at work, use your freaking app tracker. You can put it right on your phone right? Once you've set up the challenge, you have it on your phone. So you can go in and log your own workouts, which I do. So they see me logging my workouts every day instead of me going into the group and be like, I worked out again. I worked out again. Like, they just see it. So we get to talk about other stuff in our accountability group. Like, what are you guys struggling with? What can I help you with diet-wise? What can I help you with mentally to get you through this challenge? Because we have something keeping them accountable physically. Does that make sense? So if you guys are time sensitive, this is like your everything, because it will help you coach people off social media. I know it's like the craziest concept in the world, right? If I could move everything to my app tracker, my life would simplify 1,000 times over, because you can add new people in. You can start one every single month. You can do one that's long, like going 365 days a year. Like, if you guys can get used to using this in conjunction with or just on its own, this is a huge way to save time and really effectively coach people. Okay. The app tracker, it's simple, it's effective, it's extremely structured, it's less personal. So the con with this, I feel, is it's harder to build relationships in. So doing it alongside with an accountability group works amazing. Okay. If you just do it on your own, then what I personally would do, because I do have a lot of customers coming from Instagram that are no longer on Facebook. And before, I'd be like, make a Facebook page so I can put you into my body camp. Now I don't have to do that. I can just email them our app tracker and I can coach them through there. But with those customers, I give them my cell phone number and I say, text me. And I text them and I coach them one-on-one. And that's where the personal relation comes from. And I love that. Like, if I could just do my app tracker and my texting one-on-one, that's my jam. I love it. So that's a really great way to just kind of use it on your own, bring some personal into it. It's harder, I would say, actually, it's not even. I would say this is even a really great way to introduce people into coaching that probably before didn't think that they could. Like, people who are overwhelmed by Facebook or social media, or like, I can't keep up with a group like that. This is where you can say, just coach people through the app. Like, you don't have to do all this crazy stuff. Your goal, you guys, remember, is the before and after photo. That is your goal, to get the people through start to finish. Okay, so the app tracker is awesome. The very last way that I feel like you can coach is probably the most personal way to do it, and is very time consuming, but it's extremely rewarding and it's extremely effective. So, and that's just through one-on-one, through personal coaching. Okay, you can do this through email, you can do it through text, you can do it through calls. You can use this app tracker in conjunction with that as well. Doing fit clubs, certifying and teaching in a gym. Like, the one-on-one, this face-to-face kind of interaction and coaching is another huge way to do this. Okay, so what I'm trying to get at here is there are a lot of different ways that you guys can coach people. And I want you to figure out what fits best for you, instead of trying to fit into the mold of what everybody else is doing. Your challenge, you guys, is to get people results. My body camp challenge every single month, regardless of what program you're doing, the continuity of what we're all trying to do comes together because our common goal is to reach our goal. Our common goal is to work out every day. It doesn't matter what workout you're doing. Our common goal is to eat healthy every day. It doesn't matter what diet you're following, right? It's just getting to the end, strong to the end, finish to the end, get that before and after photo. So if you can kind of cater and standardize that process of, I'm not going to coach you unless you send me your before and after photos. Like, that's just part of it. Having a little incentive for when they do give you that transformation. For me, it's these tank tops. This body count t-shirt is what they earn, right? You would be amazed at what people will do for a t-shirt. But it's cool because when they get it, guess what? It's not just another t-shirt. It's something that means something to them because they earned it, because they worked for it, because it means that they finished something start to finish. They got results, and it represents that journey. Okay, so it can be a pencil, it can be a certificate, it can be a little love note from their coach, it can be anything. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant, just a representation of, I know that you did this, I know it was hard, way to go. Okay, something super simple. the thing that I love about these different ways, and just to reiterate, you guys can do challenge groups. You can do an accountability group. You can track people through the app tracker. You can do the one-on-one, face-to-face coaching. Those are 4 different ways that you can coach people to get results. Okay, the thing that I love about them most is when you can combine them to create your most effective process. For me, it's the accountability group with the app tracker to keep the structure. Okay. So I want you guys, as you're thinking about this, to just remember that your challenge groups are the very structured way to coach. Your accountability groups are more fluid. Okay. Your app tracker is a very simple, less time consuming kind of way to track and then to coach. And then the personal, more time intensive way to coach is through the one-on-one. Okay. So I want you guys to maybe just sit down tonight and think about whatever path you're going to try, and it may not work. You may have to try a bunch of different things to figure out what's really going to that's going to work. And when it's working is when you get people giving you those results, when people are actually getting results for you to share. Our business is getting results and sharing results, getting results and sharing results. That's it. That's how you invite. That's how you earn income. That's how you advance in rank. That's how you get other people to join your cause and help other people. So that's a huge, hopefully a huge help in really simplifying that process. So I'm just going to ask you guys some questions. I'm going to pull up the chat and I'm going to stop the screen share for just a second. Let's see. My body camp is secret. So, that's not true. It is private because I put those links on my website. So that's the other thing. If people do know me and they like go off my Instagram and they search on Facebook, right? And they're like, Jace's Body Camp, what is that? And they request to join, they still have to request to join. So I can still email them and say, how did you find me? Where did you come from? Do you need some help? It's just another way to invite without having to go out and do so much networking. Let's see. Do any of you guys have any questions about who to add into your group, right? Or what to do with them after? I know these are a lot of questions that coaches have as far as like, what do I do now? Or what if they don't want to do a program? Okay. So I'm going to give you a couple of my golden rules that do not change. Number 1, they have to send me their before information, pictures, measurements. Okay. Number 2 is they have to add me as their coach for free. I don't care if they're doing Beachbody or something else. They have to add me as their coach. If they can't even do that, then I'm not going to spend my time on it, because that's a very simple way to see if that person has the ability to commit to something. If they can't even add you as a coach, right, they've got a commitment problem. So you either need to do some other development with them, talk them through it, educate them more on what making you their coach actually means, or you need to work on why they're unable to make that kind of commitment. But it's important, you guys, that the people that you coach give to you as much as you give to them. It's got to be a two-way street. It can't just be take all the time, because guess what will happen? It'll suck all your energy and your life away. Okay, you want people who are motivated, who are committed, who want to actually do something. And by them committing to you as their coach, that's the first step. Every single time you can get somebody to commit to something, big or small, whatever that is, you're making progress. Okay, so that's why at every single step, I make it their choice. Will you go in and add me as a coach, and then I'll plug you into the group page? They can choose if they want to do it, yes or no. Most of the time they'll say, yep, done, and then I can plug them in, right? So that's one of my rules. They have to add me as their coach. They have to send me their before and after pictures. The very last one, which I know you guys are probably wondering, is do they have to purchase a program? No. However, they have to be doing something structured. Okay, if somebody says to me, I'm just going to walk every day and I'm going to watch what I eat, I'm not going to coach you, because that random results lead to, or random workouts and random diet lead to random results, right? I'm a coach. I'm here to get you structured, predictable results. So if somebody is like, I'm just going to do this, but I want to take all of your energy and all of your time and asking you all these questions. No, like I'm not here to babysit or to talk to people who have the same perpetual issue that aren't willing to fix it or get better. I'm here to take the people who are serious and want to get to the next level in their life, to progress. And that's because I want to progress. Okay, people who stagnate and just live where they're comfortable don't do anything for me. I need people who are wanting to move forward, that are wanting to progress. Whatever speed that is, I don't care, right? But if somebody's like, I've just been walking, I've just been watching what I eat, but I'm not getting results, but I'm still going to keep doing this, but I think your coaching is going to give me more results. No, it's not, right? And that's when you have a come to Jace talk and I say, listen, this is not going to work. Like, me coaching you is going to do nothing unless we get you on something structured. Okay, so I don't care if you guys sell them a program or not, but they have to be doing something structured. Another question I get a lot of the time is, what if they already have a program, right? Any coach that says that to me, I know they're thinking more about the sale than the soul. Why? Because that person already bought something. So what good do they have to me? I want you guys to really check yourself when it comes to that, because it's more about the soul than the sale, okay? If they've got a program, guess what? And this is the thing that I think is misconstrued so much of the time. When somebody comes to you from some social media outlet and they're like, I've been doing Beachbody products. I already have the 21-day fix. Can I join your challenge? I don't have a coach yet. And you're like, gosh, dang it. There goes my 2 Success Club points, or there goes my challenge pack. You're thinking about this completely wrong. You need to look at that and say, oh my gosh, this girl's already been doing programs. She already has it. Or this guy already has done this 2 times. I'm going to get him in my group. And this time I'm going to get him freaking awesome results. Because guess what, guys? If you have somebody like that, how much more likely are they going to be to become a coach quicker? Because they've been doing this for a long time. They just never got the results, right? If you can get them results and be the coach that got that for them, guess what they're going to want to do? Do that for somebody else. And be like, all these past experiences I had with all these crappy coaches, I didn't have that with you. And that empowers me to want to do that for somebody else. Because I know there's other people out there who need a coach that's actively trying to get them results, right? I want you to just switch your mind that way. So if they have a program already, absolutely, I will add them to the group page. If it's a program outside of Beachbody, should we add them? That's the golden question, right? When I was a brand new coach, I added anybody and everybody. You know why? Because I was in a place that I needed that. I needed people who were just starting out, people who were in between, who were more expert than I was. And I wanted that diversity in my group. Because if you are the kind of coach that just wants to coach people through to success, you'll coach anybody that's willing to do the work to get there. Okay, so the complication comes in when you've got people who are doing like Advocare or Herbalife or It Works or I'm going to wrap your body skinny, whatever that crap is, right? I am very cautious with those kinds of things, because those people are direct competitors, and you wonder if they're doing like the It Wraps people. I don't really add those people in my group because those are quick fix people. Again, that's not my jam, right? I don't want quick fix people. I want lifestyle people. So that's going to be sort of up to you guys if you want to add those kind of people into your group. But if they're doing CrossFit, if they're just going to the gym, if they're just fitness people, hell yes, add them to your group. Why? Because they're going to help everybody else in there. They're living the lifestyle. They're doing things outside of Beachbody. They're already integrated into the fitness lifestyle. They're going to help your group so much. They're going to be active members. They're going to be your future coaches. They're going to be the people who love this lifestyle, and they're going to add so much value to you guys. The other cool thing about it, and what I like, and this is almost a challenge for me sometimes, is if somebody's doing like Jillian Michaels or somebody's doing some other program like that, and I add them into the group, they get to know what Beachbody is by seeing what everybody else is doing. And they also are seeing all the results that you guys are producing. Again, the results, right? They're seeing the results that you're producing. So they'll jump on the Beachbody bandwagon pretty quick because they're already used to doing those online workouts or in-home workouts. They just maybe don't know what Beachbody is. The very last thing on this topic is there are a lot of people, you guys, who just need more confirmation. So they can tell you like, I want to get results, but I'm not really ready to buy, when really it's not about the money. It's about trust. They don't really trust that this is going to work because they've probably tried a lot of other stuff, right? So if you get somebody who you go through the whole invite process with, you identify a program with them, and then they fall short and say, I'm not going to buy, I can't do this right now. I don't want you guys to just stop. Okay, our job again is to get people results. So what I do is I say, okay, what can we do? And we'll make a structured plan. Whatever it is, here's the 3-day quick fix. I'll give them something for free. Here's the 3-day quick fix. Here is the countdown to Beachbody, whatever. I go through all of the nutrition plans that I have, and I've got the quick fix saved on my phone. I say, let's focus on this for this week. I'm going to plug you into my body camp, make me your coach, and let's work on this, right? I bring structure. And what happens when you expose them to the rest of the group and you give them something for free that actually gives them results, it builds the trust. And then they start to build on that and build on that. And that investment of that program is less scary because then they start to realize if I do something structured, I'm going to get results. So it all comes full circle. Every time, I'm telling you guys, if you put good, integral work out there, it will come back to you tenfold. Okay? So again, these are just some of the questions that I get a lot of time. Do any of you guys have any questions about that? I'm just going to look at the chat. Hang on one second. Farah said, what if they join doing their own thing and later become an MLM for something else? So again, that's kind of up to you. It depends on what that is. And just so you guys know, I also have a very strict policy within my group. Anything negative goes down immediately. And anything that has to do with selling product of any other kind goes down immediately. Is it because I don't want to support that person? No, it's because it distracts. It takes focus away. And it's really easy to simplify and solve that issue. You just message the girl and say, hey, or the guy and say, hey, I noticed this post. I deleted it. I am a rep for Beachbody. I can't have that stuff. It's conflict of interest, right? Super simple. Nobody can argue with conflict of interest. It's like your golden phrase. It's a conflict of interest. So that's, again, kind of up to you guys. If it's like Mary Kay or something like that, just know they may reach out to your customers, right? Because they've got this built-in group page and they're friends, right? With all these people they've been working out with for a couple years, they don't see what's wrong with that. So there either needs to be an educational factor at that point and say, hey, listen, you can stay in this group, but you cannot solicit to my customers, right? And that's another golden term that nobody can argue with, solicit. Right? It's language. It's just learning a really effective language. So hopefully that helps. Let's see. How do you add that before pic? Oh, Helen, how do you add the before picture? I'll show you. You have to do it when you first sign into the app. When it's like during the setup. So for the invite in June, when I send that one to you, I'll show you. Let's see. When do you add people to Facebook? When people add you to Facebook, do you write them right away? Okay, so when you have, so like when people request you as a friend is what I'm guessing. It just depends. For me, it's kind of more selective now because I have to be selective with who comes in because I have so many friends on Facebook that it's like capped out. So I have to like remove someone to add someone. So usually people who are adding me as friends, like if they're other coaches at this point, I usually don't, just because I'm trying to save space for my customers. But if it's like a clean lead, as I like to call it, somebody that's not mutual friends with other coaches or something like that, then absolutely I'll reach out to them and be like, hey, how did you find me? What's going on? Tell me your story. Catch me up. Again, my favorite line when you guys are trying to follow up with people, you've heard it 1,000 times from me. Hey, how's it going? Catch me up. Then I'll do something like that. So let's see. Helen said, if they join your group and they say they have no money for the program, yes, then I still add them in. I just give them something structured, right? Because a lot of people are going to be like, I don't have any money, but I want to change my life and I want to get skinny, but I've been doing the same thing over and over again. It's not working. And I say, something's got to change. If you want to change, you got to change, right? Any fitness program is an investment. It just is. Whether you're buying fitness gear, whether you're buying shoes, whether you're buying a gym membership, whatever it is, they just have to understand that living this lifestyle is a personal investment every day, whether it's healthy food. Okay. It's not one of those things that you just get for free. It doesn't come for free. Let's see. Helen said, do you add coaches from another team? Like as friends on Facebook? If I have space to add people, I'll add people all day long. Like that just improves your network. I mean, think about this, you guys. Think about it this way. And this is the reason why I do add other coaches from other teams as friends on Facebook, because when they quit, all of their customers sometimes see what's in my newsfeed. They'll go and see who their coach was following, and they'll be exposed to me through their coach. So I say when they quit because most coaches do quit. So what is our goal to being authentic? Not quitting, right? Just by keeping going, you guys are unique. So when a lot of coaches are struggling with that, like how am I going to stand out in front of all these coaches? That's how. You don't give up. You don't quit. You stay consistent and you keep going no matter freaking what. When I very first started, I would think to myself every time I saw a new coach coming into our group page that would give up or quit, I'd be like, I'm going to go get all their customers that they gave up on. That's what I think. So if you can just learn to positively create this attitude and this language in your mind like that, it'll just fuel you forward. You'll persevere to get your transformations, right? Our purpose is to help people with coaching. We lift our lives first so that we know how to do that, right? But our purpose here is to get results and help people transform their life. So I don't want your business goals to lose that translation. A lot of the times when you guys get stuck advancing in rank or hitting Success Club or, increasing your paycheck or doing any of these other things, advancing in the leadership ladder, or adding coaches, inviting coaches, it's because you forgot your purpose. You forgot why you're doing this. That's why you get lost in your business goals. So what I'm trying to do here is create a structure that's going to ground you and keep a strong foundation at all times so that you don't get lost when you're pushing your business goals. Because every single business goal that you accomplish is directly related to those lives that you're helping. It all is connected to each other. You can't do one without the other. And when it comes out of balance, just like when you are exercising but not eating healthy, or vice versa, you don't get the best results. Okay, it's the same thing with our business. If you are focused on getting people results, you will hit your business goals. Does that make sense? Okay. Sarah said, what do you do with gym members who've gone to the gym and want to join? They've been going to the gym but aren't getting results, but want to stay going to the gym, but don't have structure. I talked to them about it. You got to call it out and educate them and say, what's the point in going to the gym if you're not getting any results, right? You're doing something wrong. You're not following. If you're going to go, this is what I would say. If you're going to go to the gym, we got to find you a structured program to go to the gym with, right? And if that's not a Beachbody on Demand program, then I'm going to find something else. Because I'm telling you guys, if you can just get in the habit of helping people for free, right? For free, meaning I will give to you for free as long as you commit to me. If you're willing to do it, I'll give you everything I got, right? Then what happens is they'll come back to you. They'll want to be a part of what you're doing. They'll maybe want to coach somebody else. You're empowering them to take action in their own life, which empowers them to help other people do the same. Again, it all comes back full circle. So there's been a lot of the times where I have girls who go to the gym and they're not getting results. And this is why the structure in your accountability group is so key, because guess what? If you do a progress check every single week, no matter what, and you notice they're not getting results, you can go to them one-on-one and say, hey, I noticed we haven't made any progress in the last 2 months. We got to change something. And if you guys are the ones that are proactive, that point that out and say, I'm going to help you, let's get over this plateau, how much more effective is that, right? Than them just being frustrated on their own without coming to you, without asking for help, whatever. If you can be that coach that's just a coach, right? And remember your purpose here, then it will come back to you tenfold. That karma will always pay you forward again and again and again. So same thing with the gym. And I'll even add those guys to the app tracker and say, I want you to plug your workout in, whatever you're doing. If you're not doing Shakeology, then I want you to log a shake, but I want you to write what you ate, because you can write the description, right? So it doesn't have to be Shakeology if you're not on that, but show me that you're eating healthy and that you consciously tried today, right? Let's see. Farah, with your people that go to the gym and do the same workouts every day, I would really just educate them on the process of just general fitness, of your body adapts. And once it adapts, you have to literally be sore. You have to push yourself in order to get results. If you're not doing that, my challenge this month, for example, is that exact same thing. How many people have done the 21-day fix 1,000 times in a row? Right? You've got to change it up. It's that muscle confusion that's going to keep you progressing. So if it all comes back down to one thing, their results. Are you getting, and you can ask them a really simple question, are you happy with the results that you're getting going to the gym and doing the workouts that you're doing? And if they say yes, awesome. So keep doing what you're doing a great job. If they say no, there's your open door to talk to them and educate them, right? Self-realization is so important in this business with your coaching and with customers. The more you guys can ask questions and help people self-realize where they're failing, where their faults are, where their struggles are, where their obstacles are, instead of you pointing them out, it's so much more effective. That self-realization leads to self-growth, right? And that's why my t-shirts say self-made, because it doesn't matter how much I coach somebody. I didn't get them the results. They got them the results, right? Neil wants to know if he gets asked by people at the gym to train them, since he does BOD there, should he keep training them on how they're asking it or recommend one of the programs? I would have them get BOD and say, do this with me. Here's the program. This is what I use. This is how you get it. You can have it on your phone, no matter what, in your hand when you go. Like, that's a very simple way. Instead of giving them the workouts, just give them the tool, right? So you're not wasting all this time talking to people at the gym while you're trying to work out, but you can band together and you guys could even keep each other accountable on the app tracker, right? This is an awesome idea for guys, because I know men, it's a very different experience coaching people. You guys don't need challenge groups, right? You don't need to post these frilly pictures of yourselves and selfies to each other. Girls, for some reason, like looking at each other's bodies. Guys don't. So, you know what I mean? There's a very fine line there. And I love that they created this app tracker, because I feel like that is a huge avenue for men to coach and be successful at this, right? Because I know guys who will log their workout. I know guys who will track what they're eating. I know guys who will look at their phone and say, what am I doing today? That's what Mike does every single day. What's my workout today? And he'll go to his program. He'll go to the gym and bust it out. Done. He doesn't need, all of these other elements that a lot of women need. So that's a very real thing. And I'm so glad that you brought that up, because I think that there are men who are just as equally passionate about doing this coaching thing and making this a business as women. The avenue in which they do it, though, needs to feel the same to them as the challenge groups do to us, right? So if you can really focus even on that app tracker, if you can just start recommending BOD and saying, this is what I do at the gym, and just giving the tools. And then when you see them at the gym, you would fall more in line in that sense with the one-on-one. Hey man, how are your workouts going? Which program are you doing on BOD, right? It's just a simple check-in. But being the proactive one to go up and ask them, hey, how's it going? Be that motivator, be that positive influence in their life and in their journey. That's so key, And then if you can say, are you having results with it? Are you getting stronger? Are you making gains? Are you losing weight? Where are you at progress wise? You can talk about it, right? And once you're broken sort of that barrier and you've built that relationship, then you can say things like, I'm really looking for a success story of a guy who's going to the gym using these programs, because it's so relatable to us, you know? So if you do a before and after photo, I would love to share it on my social media platform. And if you've got a big social media platform that you can show them, here's my Instagram account with 5,000 followers or 2,000 followers, they'll be like, oh yeah, that's cool. I want to be shouted out on a, you know what I mean? And so it just kind of comes full circle. That's how you would really get that transformation from them. So it does take a little more time. Again, the one-on-one is more time intensive, but most men are willing to do that. Right? I'm dealing with this a lot with Mike right now because he quit, right, to help us really develop our top 20% in the organization. But he is so fitness oriented. He has people coming up to him in the gym all the time. His friends are constantly asking him for his programs and his training and for diet advice and all this stuff. So we're trying to integrate that now into Beachbody in our business and how to kind of bring those two things together. So we've got some really good things in the works for you guys that I think you'll be really excited about. So be excited. There's things coming down in the pipeline. Okay, so Helen said, I want to know if you have a challenger that is going to do the clean eating challenge with you and then join It Works to sell it. What do you do? If they tell me they're going to join It Works, I ask them why. Guys, it all comes down to why, right? Where's my book? Where's my book? Right here. Look, it's even on my desk. It all starts with why, right? That's an awesome book. It starts with why. I would ask them, why do you want to sell It Works? Okay, I can't tell you guys how many people I've talked out of doing those things, not because I wanted to talk them out of it, but just because when I asked them why, they had no freaking idea. Because I want to make money. Okay, then go do it. Do you want to make money or do you want to help people? Right? And then we talk through it. And I say, if you're using Beachbody, why would you sell It Works? Right? It's just pointing out these things and asking them questions. It's not, well, that's stupid and this is the worst idea and this is why Beachbody's better and this is this. No, that's not effective. It doesn't work. It's also not your job. Right? But asking them why, if they've got a deep-rooted reason to why they're doing what they're doing, then we need to be supportive of it. Right? And kind of guide them through a positive path with whatever that is that they're doing. She says she has no money for Beachbody. So that's a real simple thing. Let's give you some structured things to work on and let's save. If you really want to make Beachbody your avenue and your path to do this, you know, we can start earning income through the coaching opportunity. That's one way to bring that up. Or we can work on these little structured plans until we can afford it. Right? The name of the book is Start With Why by Simon Sinek. It's amazing. Okay, so we are pushing 1 hour. Sorry, guys. So I just wanted to close up here real quick. And I wanted to challenge you guys to make it a goal to get your first transformation photo, your first real solid before and after photo that you brought somebody in, you coached them through their program, that you got them to do, and you got them results so that you have that story to share. And then I want you to create some kind of visual reminder for yourself so that you have that in your workspace, in your workout space, so that it grounds you and keeps you reminded of your purpose and why you're pushing for all these business goals. Okay. Find your path to make that happen. However you want to do that with your challenge group, I don't care, as long as it works for you. There's a lot of different ways you can coach people. Create a transformation goal. Again, my goal in 2015 was 100 transformations. Was it to get to 15-star and make a 6-figure salary and do all this other stuff? No. It was to get 100 transformations. That was what spoke to my heart, and that's what I wanted to do, so that's what I did. But what happened because of that, right, was I advanced in rank. I earned more income. I did all these other things because they all coincide with each other. Just creating, the very final thing that I want to say, and then I'll let you guys go, is just creating that visual gasoline for your business, that fuel to keep you going is so important. I promise it will make a huge difference, just like your dream board does when you're sitting down writing out your business goals, when you're looking at your physical transformations of your customers, when you're struggling in your own workouts, just setting business aside, when you're struggling with your own workouts, seeing that is such a powerful reminder to not give up, right? And that's what sets you apart. That's what makes you unique as a coach, to not give up, to not quit when everybody else does. right? I love you all. I hope this helped. Let me know if it did. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the team call, and have a good rest of the day.